It's like going to the eye doctor.
Stereo audio. It's all these different cancellations I can pick. Fair enough, I am.
Oh, thank God he was wearing pants, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. I do hear something.
What do you hear?
Like,
Oh. You know what I hear?
Film Studios presents Figure Action. That one's me.
What is going on, everybody? It is Thursday. It's 9
They had no idea I had him live, folks.
Oh, no, I knew. I may have one functioning eyeball, but I did see that it changed. And yes, thankfully T was wearing.
yeah, because I didn't know we were live.
I know, that's what I was cracking up about.
So, all right, it's Thursday. It's 9 o'clock. We're Figure Action. We are a collector's podcast. You're tuned in live. Thank you very much. We love our audience. We wouldn't be able to do this show without all of y'all who tune in every week and show us some support. I am ExtraZero, and joining me is Trustarscreamer and T-Man978. I believe Junkion Crafts and Builds will be coming in a little bit late. Did Matt say he was coming?
I think he said the same thing.
Yeah, so we'll probably have Matt and Junkion Crafts and Builds, Mike, joining us in just a little bit. Before we get into the meat and potatoes of the show, go ahead and smash that like button if you haven't already. If you're not already, go ahead.
You know why Matt's late, right?
I don't want to know, but go on.
Well, no. Apparently, it's actually kind of interesting. He launched a new book. He launched a series of books for orphans. Sorry, he launched a series of books that are targeted for orphans. I heard it actually hit a few of them.
Shouldn't that be for the parents?
I assure you, there's nothing apparent. There's no punchlines that are apparent about for orphans.
Right.
When it comes to orphans, apparently not.
Well,
there was going to be there was originally a website for him, but there was no homepage. Somebody
click the like button.
Yeah, unlike those orphans, don't abandon the like button or the subscribe button. And hey, while you're at it, ring that notification bell, because you never know when we're going to come out with additional content. And ringing that bell is the best way to get notifications when we have giveaways or we have episodes of Figure Reaction or just any other sort of randomness that we put on the channel. Always a great way to stay in the loop. Also, give us a follow on Facebook and Instagram. We occasionally post over there, Figure Action Podcast. And while you're at it, check in the link in the description below for our Teespring store. If you want to support the show and look good doing it, we've got some really good priced merch out there. Shirts, mugs, masks, anything under the sun. We've got it. We've got some of the best prices around. So you're going to look good and you're going to help us out in the process. So check the link in the description below for the Teespring store. We do have T saying wrap it up.
I still need to edit that to be shorter.
That you do.
We got such a great audience. We have the best chat. Everyone over in the chat crew, seriously, I love every single one of y'all, man. It's just, we do it for you guys, and of course for those of you guys in the replay crew, we do it for you too.
I do
Thursday sometimes, so we can shout you out.
I do want to give a shout out to Sportimus. Sportimus, I hope he doesn't mind me sharing this. He's currently in the hospital right now. He's working on hanging in there. He's dealing with a little bit of a thing. So just want to let him know we're praying for him, hoping he gets better. and thinking about you, buddy. So if you see Sportimus online, wish him well. I really hope to see him again at TFCon. So, and good luck with that.
Didn't know that.
Show, man.
I said I tweeted or responded to one of his tweets like 2 days ago.
Yeah, he's currently in the hospital for the next few days. He's battling a bit of an infection, so just keep him in your thoughts. Wish him well if you're in contact with him. And I just genuinely and sincerely hope that he gets better, because I'd love to be able to, one, not only do I want him to get better because he's a friend, but I also hope to see him again at TFCon in the near future. So, just want to let him know, thinking about you, buddy. And effortless random. Prayers for your dad, man. I hope he's doing all right. I hope he makes a recovery. So, wish him well. Let's go up and
let's just pull up that. Zero. How have you been? What you got?
I've been hanging in there. It's been an interesting week. It's been busy. Last week I had something bad come up at work. Not with me, but just a lot of stress, and unfortunately, life stuff and people not doing well. So I'm looking forward to relaxing this week. Actually, well, wait. Let me back up. It was my wife's birthday too, so we went and celebrated Lex's birthday. So I had a horrible Thursday, and then just made the most of things on Friday. So we went out and we went to Iron Rooster, got a nice breakfast. Our eyes were bigger than our stomachs, and they had waffle churros. So that was nice. We went to Dave & Buster's, and if you happen to go to Dave & Buster's, I got to shout out the Godzilla VR arcade game they have there. It is badass. It is, you sit in this kind of like roller coaster cart looking thing, and you put on the VR headset, and you've got a chain gun, and you're like in a VTOL, and it's actually a 4D experience because it's got fans built in, and the seat that you're in actually is on hydraulics, and it lifts and it dips and it shakes. And as you're flying down, like the fans kick in, so it really feels like the wind's in your face. And then you have goddamn Godzilla coming at you, and you have to shoot his teeth out. I'm not kidding. And it was just, yeah.
Is it 20 quarters?
No, they use like credit card looking things now. So like you go in and you have to buy one of the prepaid cards and load it up with credits, but you can tap it, but not all of the taps work. So sometimes you have to insert the card, and it can make it frantic. Like if you're trying to play a game and get yourself back in, you're like tapping the card and then trying to slot it in. It's a little hectic.
It sounds like.
I'm sorry. If you have trouble tapping it, you just gotta show it. Never mind.
That was some innuendo right there on my end. So, as for pickups, I did get some cool stuff. Actually, let me grab the mainline stuff I got over here. I got
Zero's wearing pants.
I'm always wearing pants. So I got my Cybertron Starscream, who is really cool. Though the funny thing is he had an opposite effect on me. I basically got this guy, and I removed the Cybertron Starscream from, I had him next to the Cybertron Metroplex, the Make Toys one to be specific. And I put this guy in the place because he scales way better. And I just started messing with the Make Toys one again. I was like, wow, that Make Toys one was really good. And what does he have some breakage issues?
Yeah, mine. I tried to transform him, and that little leg filler panel broke on me.
Oh crap! Yeah, I mean, mine seems good, but I mean, this is a really good Voyager. I like him. Silverbolt too. Silverbolt's also really nice, and I like him. The only gripe I have with Silverbolt is that they should have just taken what was and given him more articulation, because I don't know, it kind of bums me out that his wings can't go over like shoulder cannons anymore. So I don't know. Yeah, like
it is a bummer.
Yeah, the wings are just kind of like these are the wings, and there's no way to actually get the wings up. Like they only go back, and then this whole section rotates.
Fail.
So there's
Fail.
yeah. So
Somebody's gonna make a kit, probably.
well, somebody will make a kit, and then also of course the what's that company, Transarts, they're going to come out with theirs. They already showed that off. And then also I got the Bumblebee movie Shockwave. But mine has an issue, and someone at the factory forgot the pin for the abdomen piece, so that just slides right out.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. Well, I have a replacement on the way, courtesy of Amazon. That'll be here tomorrow. So, basically all I have to do is make a trip to the UPS store. I was talking to T about this guy.
Review of that up, by the way.
Yeah, and I was talking to T about it because I watched his review and I was like, okay, let's see if T pops this part off, because T's like one of the reviewers. If a piece pops off, he'll tell you about it. So I'm watching. I'm like, damn, the piece didn't pop off. So I finished watching his review and I messaged him like, does that abdomen piece pop off for you? And he's like, nah, you got a bad one. But it's silly because like they gave him a thigh swivel and they gave him a knee swivel, but they didn't engineer in the elbow swivel. And
honestly, that's a again utter fail in design, because it's not like you can't put a mushroom peg on that.
There is plenty of room to do it. There's so many ways they could have done it. They could have put just the hinge joint in this part here, and
it wouldn't even have been extra plastic.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the sculpt is great, but just that lack of elbow rotation. I know some people are like, "Oh, it's not that bad." No, it is.
It gets annoying when you want it.
Yeah. Then lastly,
I like the hand transformation.
Yeah. I like the fact that
on there.
Yeah, I like the fact the hands are on ball joints too.
Yeah.
Then I got Masterpiece Rigorous, who I didn't put the stickers on him, but I just really like this mold. I really like this this hoist and trailbreaker mold, and I like this guy is just kind of the best of both worlds, I think. And he's neat, and I like the fact that he just is kind of a drone looking character. He goes in great with my Diaclone stuff, so really enjoying him. And actually I do have one more that I got also from Amazon Japan. I got the you won't be able to see him though because this is the Dark of the Moon Ratchet. He's completely in Predator mode.
He's awesome.
Yeah, right. Let me turn off my green screen real quick so you can see.
You know what? I thought it was Ironhide.
Yeah. Ooh. So here, let's turn that off. Yeah, he really is invisible in there. But this one, like, if you didn't get the first Ratchet, like, I know I brought that Ratchet to a meetup, and I think T, you're the one that said it. Like, yeah, the plastic, the unpainted plastic on him wasn't doing it for you. But this guy is completely painted, like head to toe painted. And like they even the thing that really surprised me about him is that they even put the Blue Cross logos on him, like you can see right here. Like there is just a lot of tampo work, and it's all very sharp. And I'm really looking forward to seeing when Brawl comes out, because Brawl is apparently supposed to be revealed this coming week. But yeah, that's all I've got. We'll hand it over to you, Dave. How are you doing? And did you get anything cool this week?
Hitting stress time from work, so I've spent a whole lot of time playing Helldivers, which you guys need to start fucking playing.
I've been playing it. I just, been over on the PC side. I'm sorry, I cannot endorse this game any higher. It just keeps every patch, every update, they're evolving it, they're fixing it. The developers listen to you. They change things. They did one of the coolest, dumbest things when they nerfed a gun, which normally isn't a good thing. They took a shotgun that was normally like 15 rounds. They took it down to 13. And in the description of the shotgun, because this was the most popular shotgun for a while, and now because it has less rounds, it's not so popular. In the actual lore, they said, due to the gun being so popular, they can't afford the demand, so they had to take on the ammunition, so they had to give them smaller clips. I love that. I did get some good pickups, though.
and it is very Hasbro centric. Not too much third party came in this week. Got my retro Duke.
Nice.
Got my retro Scarlet, who's looking lovely. I really cannot wait to mess with this figure. I actually picked this up a little while ago, but I finally got it out of my car. I did get the new Tombstone for Marvel Legends, which I'm very excited for.
Open it. Open them.
And then I also got Jack-O-Lantern today. This is Jason Massendale has always been one of my favorite characters, even though they completely screwed him over so many times. So I actually did like Jack-O-Lantern. I liked him better when he was Jack-O-Lantern before he was Hobgoblin. So I do have a nostalgia for this figure. Plus, I really like some of the design choices they made with this. One of the cool things I've noticed, the pumpkin bomb that is usually his weapon does peg in, so it's kind of cool that he can actually pull the weapon off. And his little, they call it the Pogo platform, if you notice, is Hasbro stand compatible, which I think is really neat. I just wish Hasbro would actually sell some of those little tripod stands of theirs as a little side thing, because the Green Goblin's glider was compatible for that stand, and this is, and it's a really nice, simple piece of plastic stand that I think Hasbro really did a good job engineering. So I think they should make it to the public. Michaels apparently was having these guys on special for $13.95, so I picked up 3 of these so I can finally start doing better organization of action figures. And finally, not really an acquisition, but I would like to say that I am officially done with McFarlane figures, I think. If you go check out my channel and watch my last review, you'll see why me and Todd are parting ways. Dave's joke broke his connection. I didn't realize that my internet was freezing.
I think it was more of a stutter than anything.
Okay, I don't know if it was stuttering or I was stuttering, because sometimes I do stutter. So, but T, how are you?
Hello, everyone. T-Man 978. Welcome to another figure action with me on it. So, I am great. I am spectacular, and I'm gonna knock on wood while I'm saying that. I've just been feeling better about life for some reason. Things are awesome. I don't
What's your name?
need to complain. T-Man. But I also got Shockwave, and mine doesn't do that. It doesn't have the extra gimmick of removable parts. In fact, I was pushing on this. How I knew mine must have been pinned before I got home to answer you. I remember pushing on this real hard. Like, shouldn't it have been more than that? And it didn't come up. But I got this, and I got my retro Scarlet, which I should have reviewed already. I'm gonna have to see another one in person. Her eyes, I don't know if they're printed right, because it's like a kind of puffy down there, and I don't like that. I have 3 of these guys in my possession, the AWOC Warriors. I have 3 of them, so I'm gonna review them at some point. Maybe if I'm not dead tired after this, I'll film that. Tony sent me 3 of these to look at. Then he made sure to disassemble them, so I had to reassemble them.
I've been watching reviews of those, so I'm curious what you think about them, because that toy guy's been reviewing them, and T Fan Page has been reviewing them too.
I'm gonna have to figure it out. He also sent this never opened crystal New Age Prime right here.
Oh wow!
So he only has 1 antenna on his head. So I'm like, I opened it at work, and I'm like, I don't know whether it just didn't have an antenna, because I didn't see anything fall off, or whether it dropped and went into oblivion into the carpet.
Did he send that to you just to review, or is that like a?
He sent this to me to review, I think. I never know with him. And this one he sent also. I'm like, why do you want me to open these things? This still has the tape on it. I'm like, I already misplaced the antenna on that one. I don't know if I'm opening it. But I think he's giving me this. I'm not sure. He also sent Harmony and Melody, the MMC cassettes right here.
Nice.
Easy ones back. But it's cool. It's been so long since I messed with a cassette tape that I forgot how big they are. They are huge. What else? He sent this guy. This guy I get to keep. Thank you, G. Tony.
Oh, nice. And he got you the one with the trailer too.
Yeah. And I think the one without the trailer is coming to me for reason. And I got this from Mike when he gave me the AWOP people. So thank you. I think he wound up with two of these. So I'm gonna let you see what's in there. I've been messing with the railgun or minigun and that little blast effect, and I found out that this little cartridge thing could go in there. These are cartridges, bullets being expelled from it, which looks cool.
Yeah.
So they're all awesome. The only thing that I don't like so much is this gun that's being, I guess, unloaded. It's permanently like that, and it doesn't slide. So that's kind of.
Well, the idea would be if you have that with the blast effect, because some guns actually do. Automatics do that when they fire.
Yeah.
Usually expelling a shell when they do that.
You know what? Oh no, I can't put these on there. That would be too many shells.
No.
But there are several blast effects that you can see. But that's not it. It's it for right now.
All right. I guess.
Did anybody else magically pop up while I was talking?
Nope.
But we'll get to Mike and Matt if they pop in. I guess now we get to talk about that thing that dropped today.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
We aren't talking about my voice.
So the Transformers 1 movie trailer dropped today. It also will be remembered forever because it was apparently the first trailer to ever premiere in space. So they used kind of a rig to get this premiere up
live from Cybertron itself.
Yeah. And of course they had Hemsworth and I think this is Brian Michael Tyree. Is it Brian Michael Tyree?
Yeah.
All I know. Yeah. If I was an 8-year-old kid, I'd be excited for it.
Yeah, I don't know. Like the thing that drug me out of it, and I see we got Mike joining.
Yeah, I came at the wrong time.
Well, no, before we get into this, because I want you.
Oh, okay.
We'll just see how you're doing, and if you got anything cool this week.
Is that a man bun? Oh, I thought you had a man bun on the top of your head.
No, it's my old man magnifying glasses because I am painting some hammers for a work thing. So I can't stay too late tonight, guys. But I just want to come in and say hello to everyone, and I hope everyone has a great show. And no, this is not for Dave. So things that came in this week, really light. Mezco had Roadblock back up for ordering, so I finally got one of these guys, and he's really cool. His interest in this, or my interest in this, was piqued because of T. So thank you for that. Other thing is Retro Scarlet, and I was catching what you were saying, T, and no, it is her sculpt. It does seem like she has some puffiness under her eyes, so kind of like where the freckles are a little bit, or like if she's wearing makeup. I don't know what you want to call it. Maybe a little bit of both. But yeah, there's a little bit of a, yeah, she has puffy eyes, but she's interesting. Some good, some bad. I will finally, hopefully, try to finish her up after I get life done. Hey, organizers, Dave, you're gonna love them, because there's all that. But that's about it. So, extra. Let's go back and talk about Transformers 1.
Yeah.
What is it
So
do?
Who wants to go first on it?
well, here let me get back
I'll go.
to this.
I like about 85% of what I saw. I literally had one major issue, and that was just the whole of Megatron and Orion Pax being so buddy. I think it would have worked, as I put it, it would have either worked with two changes. Either that would not have been Megatron and have that been Dion, who was his buddy, or whatever Ironhide or Ironhide type of thing. That, or if Megatron was more of just locked in with that group, like he didn't want to be there, but just kind of got dropped.
He was
in
like
with the rest of
Vegeta.
the kind of, exactly. I think I would have preferred a more exactly Goku Vegeta dynamic versus that. On the other hand, the intro to B I thought was very, very cool, and of course, Scarlett Johansson's freaking there, so life is fantastic. And Tryon looks good, and it looks like they're fighting Quintessence. So again, if I was a little kid, I think it would be absolutely awesome. The choice of music reminded me very much of Thor. That whole those Marvel, the fun Marvel movies, Guardians of the Galaxy, Thor Ragnarok, and all. So they know what they're doing, and the animation looks really, really nice. And this may lead to something awesome. Like, remember when the Clone Wars cartoon first came out? That movie, or just kind of like, oh God, kids, and it led to something much better.
Was that the one with the gay hut?
Probably.
Was it Zero the Hut? I think it
I don't
was.
know. But that's how the whole irony.
I am going to call it now that Transformers 1 is going to have substantial nudity.
Everybody's naked.
That's true.
I mean, they're literally changing right before you.
Yeah.
Well,
and the lack of figuring out how to transform, I like that a lot. I need wheels.
That was cute. Yeah, I like that. I will be watching it with zero expectations. So, but I'm not gonna boycott it. I'm not gonna be like, this is the worst thing ever. I'm never gonna. No, I'll watch it.
I think this might give that shot in the arm of bringing a new generation of Transformer fans, which again meant for younger kids, which will then be future consumers for Hasbro. I mean, I'm sorry guys, anyone who's got more gray in their beard than the top type of thing, we're not their target audience anymore.
Well, not only that, but they've said time and again that the things like Rescue Bots and stuff, and all those type of shows, it just brings more awareness to the IP and keeps the IP in the public eye, and there's toys on the shelf, so it just feeds the beast.
Yeah. No, they got to make something that general audiences want to take your kids.
Right. They can't have a movie where you need to know 120 hours worth of lore and seen the original cartoon as homework. They have to have an entry point. I agree.
I just think it's a misstep with this whole transformation cog plot. I think that there's so much you could tell between, and they changed Megatron as the D16 in this. But I think
like that. That's actually one of the things I really liked about that.
I just think that it's just easier to have them always be a race of transforming robots. Like the whole transformation cog is just this MacGuffin element, and they're trying to go after they're trying to chase the whole superpowers thing, which is, I think they're way too late to even try and cash in on that.
That's more like a Power Ranger-esque thing that they're getting it bestowed upon them. I kind of like that you got the ones that transform that are a higher class over the ones that don't.
See, I was thinking of it more of the terms of Kyber Crystal. Like, that's how you earn your way.
Yeah, I really like that part. That was
G1 already did the class thing with the the Decepticons being able to fly and the Autobots not.
Right.
Well, they could for one episode.
Yeah.
Well, I agree with what Dave was saying about the new audience and whatnot. I do think that's a good thing. But this movie definitely it looks like you have to completely shut off your brain about everything you know if you want to enjoy it and just consume what they're showing you, because it seems like they're grabbing a whole bunch of things from all the different continuities and trying to slam it into one.
Yeah.
So, and tell a brand new story that you don't have to. But that does seem weird to have a brand new story while they still have the other live action stuff going on.
They're
I gotta
always
answer
going to
this
do
one real
that.
quick. I got to answer this one real quick. Titan, say that to the guy who wrote Carnage in C minor. Okay. 2/3 a He-Man. Okay, I'm done.
Nah,
Yeah,
they
but I mean,
got
that was
several
a
other
movie.
movies that were for older kids.
Yeah. Like I said, I got my stuff. I want to watch my old stuff. I got it. Let the new kids have something.
But there was to that point though. There's also plenty of older cartoons that we grew up with, like that didn't talk down to kids. That were kid shows that treated kids with respect. Just off the top of my head, Exo Squad had a very adult running story, and it was a kid show.
Yeah,
Gargoyles.
And also to Matt's point there, those are things that you could grow into. Like you watch it as a kid, and there's things that went over your head, and then as an adult, you're like, oh, hey, there were elements and layers to this that I didn't pick up back then.
Yeah, you could sit down and watch again and be like, it's not so bad. But the majority of these shows that we kind of worship now in our old age, you just can't sit and watch anymore. They're just bad. As much as I love Voltron, I can't. There's not too many of the original show episodes I can sit through.
This is how I felt watching the trailer.
Again,
it did seem like that, like an adventure with robots. Mike, you're going day one, right?
We're going together, right? We're going to get our special popcorn containers and all sorts of fun stuff.
Oh, sure. Right, with the Deadpool popcorn thing.
Absolutely. So, I watched it 4 times so I could have my thoughts together, and I'll be very distinct. Dave brought up a lot of elements. T brought up a lot of elements that I was going to say. Dave, while you saw them as more of like it's kind of cute and positive things, to me it was a worrying aspect because maybe I've been so skewed with like the last bit of MCU movies, and I swear to God, all I could picture one time was I could hear them talking, but I was watching Ghostbusters 2016, and that made me it made me not want to get into it. Voice actors, I'm not feeling the voice actor for Megatron. Sure, he's a great actor in that, but watching it, the voice just didn't fit
he's not
my
Megatron.
old man interpretation. I'll say it like that. My old man. And Keenan Key, whoever Bumblebee is.
Keegan Michael Key.
Oh my gosh. So, again, a great actor, a fantastic comedian, but it's not Bumblebee, it's him. It's like watching The Rock in any movie. It's just The Rock. So, like T said, I would go in without any expectations, and I'm sure if I would come out of it, I would find things that I like. Am I going to go day one? Only if T goes with me.
I bet you it's a more linear. I bet the plot is easier to understand than The Last Night.
Right. Anything has to be.
Yeah, The Last Night and Revenge of the Fallen are 2 of the worst movies I've ever seen in my entire life. I mean, and I've seen The Room, I've seen Plan 9 from Outer Space, and
you should watch Poor Things with Emma Stone and Mark Ruffalo. Poor Things.
Yeah,
or just don't watch it. Just read the Wikipedia thing and you'll have it all. Yeah. But that's my thoughts on it. And Matt went away.
Yeah,
his computer died. He'll be back.
Yeah, gotcha. That's the thing. I think Hustler. It's Thor: Love and Thunder.
Yeah, I think that they're trying to get that like mile a minute quip thing going, and that's kind of dying out. Like, I feel like this movie's been written for a while, and they probably are like, yeah, let's capitalize on this. This is sort of writing that people want, and that mile-a-minute quip thing. And I think that's why they got Chris Hemsworth. And to be honest, I do not like Chris Hemsworth as Orion Pax at all. Especially, you can also hear his accent coming out at times in the trailer. The only voice that worked for me was Alita 1, and then the little bits that we got from some of the Decepticons, you know, from what you saw.
Chris had two voices.
Yeah, who's doing the voice for Alpha Trion? I
forgot.
Who it is. I know John Hamm's in it, but I'm not sure.
I think John Hamm is that the Zeta Prime.
Oh, I think he's Sentinel Prime.
Oh, okay. All right. Cool.
Yeah, I can find out real quick.
Well, I think
Professor.
one thing that you have said, Zero,
Exactly right, Professor.
and you said this about the Mario movie that came out,
Mhm.
and I absolutely agree with you on this, is they just need to honestly, they need to use voice actors. They don't need to use celebrities. A celebrity voice actor should be for some character, for a specific character who is that caliber type of thing. But like you should be bringing in Scott McNeil's. You should be bringing in your, got whatever Robert Paulson's. These are the ones who should be doing these movies because they're also professional voice actors who can tie themselves.
Yes, and the two examples you just said are fantastic voice actors. But as we can tell with X-Men 97 bringing in some of the original cast, their voices aren't the same as they were.
No, but I'm just saying, I'm just saying voice actors who their job is to bring a character across. Like I'm like you're seeing Chris Hemsworth speaking through Optimus Prime versus I want my character who happens to sound like this. I just mentioned those two of professional voice.
Yeah.
Right. But to come back with that, and this will be my last comment on it, is that what you said earlier, Dave, and that they're trying to get that younger generation in. It's not those voice actors that they're going to be reaching out for. They're going to listen for the Chris Hemsworth. They're going to listen for the other MCU characters, or Chris Pratt because he was Mario and Mario was great, or whatnot.
I don't know that the younger generation is celebrity obsessed though.
Yeah.
No, but it's their generation of familiarity. Just like we know Peter Cullen, he was in multiple cartoons when we were growing up, and he's got that quintessential voice. That's kind of what I'm kind of reaching for with this generation. I mean, I haven't shown it to my nephew, so that's going to be my litmus test. If he says, "Hey, I want to go see it," all right.
So for a proper Megatron, not a happy-go-lucky Megatron, but for a proper Megatron, I could totally hear Vin Diesel do it. Just saying.
Yeah, I'd be fine with Vin Diesel being Megatron, and because he's also got range. But I think too, like Hollywood has a definite budget problem, and like I don't think that they learned anything from Rise of the Beast. Like I thought Rise of the Beast was okay after I saw it. Like not good. Not bad, just okay. And I feel if they had that budget under control a little bit more, they probably wouldn't have had the issues where it just barely scraped by. I think with this, they're like, oh, animated movies are cheaper, but it's like, how much do they spend on all these voice actors that also through modulation, you really can't hear some of their voices. I think it would be better, if we're sitting here saying like, oh, let's give a new generation a try. Well, Peter Cullen was nobody prior to being Optimus Prime and Eeyore. Find some talent out there. I like. It's funny when I saw the casting for Keegan-Michael Key, I was like, oh, okay, he's got range, but it's just the directing. And to Mike's point, they didn't write him as Bumblebee. They wrote him as Keegan-Michael Key. And I think that's another thing too, is people want characters. They don't want the celebrities to be the characters.
Great points, man. So
we have
go ahead, T.
You gotta leave.
Yeah, I gotta step out, gentlemen. I hope you guys have a great show. I'll catch it on the replay. Everyone in the chat, thank you for showing up as always.
Thank you for this.
You're very welcome. You guys have a great night, okay?
Hey, you too,
Good
man.
to each other.
Lance says Hollywood doesn't want to take chances on no names.
Nobody cares about their names.
But
Well,
you know,
we don't care, but they do.
it's funny though how often you see like, oh, the breakout star of blank, you know, and it's like, well, that's what happens when you take a chance on a no name, and I think you're gonna find a better voice.
Just remember, a cornflakes kid is John Wick, and a Noxzema kid is the Hulk. And Paul Rudd was first showing us the Super Nintendo.
I was thinking that when you're saying that. But do we have pictures of the toys? Or
Yeah, we do have pictures of the toys.
Yeah.
So let's
target audience for these either.
Well, no, we're the target audience for
this
this
one.
one. This is the studio series. They made him a deluxe, so I'm surprised they show off Prime first and not Orion Pax.
Well, he's still Prime. He just knows how to transform.
I think they probably didn't show that because he doesn't transform.
Yeah.
One thing I noticed in another picture, his Energon X, you could see his fingers like wrapped around it. It's like the X is coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, why? That don't make no sense.
If you look in the artwork, he actually has you can see the Matrix in his chest, but not in the toy. And I know it's a deluxe.
I wonder how far in the movie that is, because that was that whole beef, I guess, with Megatron. He thought he should be head of Matrix or something.
Yeah. I'm willing to bet he becomes Prime in like the last 10, 15 minutes of the movie.
Hey, we got a replay guy here. Glad you can catch us live.
Hey, welcome on in.
Yeah, Atari Chaotic has a good point too. I thought the same thing. Like, what is up with the color gray that they're using?
Yeah. I think it's probably that flame retardant plastic that they have. I don't know.
Because all kids put their toys on near fire.
Well, you have to be careful while you're smoking.
Yeah. Well, they're constantly messing with that stuff. Yeah. Here's a better. I think you can kind of see it in this picture here. So let's share this one out. But you can see. I'm assuming he gets the Matrix at some point in the movie because you can see it front and center right there.
Oh yeah, and he's got the faceplate, so maybe.
Yeah.
And somebody's complaining like Prime can't be a deluxe. He's in COC. He can't be. I was like, this is a whole new continuity. He can be whatever size they want.
Well, I think also making Prime a deluxe is a good way to get people into the studio series because historically he's $35 to $55.
Yeah.
Voyager leader class.
Yeah. I will say that the mainline stuff doesn't look super hateful, so let's get into that.
The Alpha Trion looked like it might be a deluxe. I can't tell.
Yeah, that's the axis that he was talking about on the hand.
Yeah, so that's not the same figure.
Yeah, this is the mainline one.
Oh,
so he doesn't have the guns on the front.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that is just weird. That axe is being on his hand, coming out of his palm.
I wonder if they're going to play it off instead of replacing his hand. It comes out of his palm like a single-handed like Kamehameha that freezes in place.
Yeah. Oh, look at the gray plastic. Looks better on that. Amazing.
So, get a look at Alpha Trion here, which.
They're doing that weird unicorn lion thing, like when he was the broadside body.
Yeah, when he was in Titan's Return. This Starscream looks completely reused from.
It is.
Yeah.
I bet you he's not even in the movie.
No, he is.
We have a picture of him, and he doesn't look anything like that.
Yeah. It's the same deal. This is reused from Cyberverse.
That was what I saw at Walgreens.
Yeah. What's crazy is they also reused this for Rise of the Beasts. At Walmart, they had those Titan class changers and the little narrow boxes. And
God, because they just had too many of them.
Yeah.
What?
Star of the show.
He's like one leg. The Bumblebee.
Yeah, that's with the way it looks like he transforms. That might be a very nostalgic figure, with the legs flipping out with no articulation whatsoever.
Oh, the helmet.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah, this is neat. That like these masks are neat for kids. They're role play items and they form a robot. But then you get into this and like, come on, just make it. He's a main character. Just make a new one for this, rather than reusing the one you just did for Rise of the Beasts.
That doesn't match the character model anymore.
Make more money off of that mold.
Well, no, they're gonna lose money because they're gonna clog up shelves. Like there's got to be a breaking point for some of this stuff. I mean,
I'm gonna help them. I'm gonna buy none.
Yeah. All right, move on. Next.
All right. So, well, we got to look at the popcorn bucket too. We'll take a quick look at this.
Did they get better pictures of that?
This is the only one, but it looks subjective. It looks like this is actually a transforming popcorn bucket, and I think that's pretty cool in its own right, because there's been pictures of this thing folded over, where I mean, basically, it's just gonna fold back at the legs, and then the arms are probably just gonna dangle or
fold back.
It's
the G1 Optimus of Transformers 1.
Yeah. But again, here in reused merchandise, couldn't they do the new Bumblebee head for this cup?
Nope,
that also is
Hasbro.
Unless he's going to end up with that head at some point in the movie.
Yeah.
No, he gets a faceplate. Remember?
Yeah. I'm just,
I don't think he is. I thought the movie was going to be a prequel to the Bumblebee movie, but it's not.
No, it's its own thing, which is cool. Like again, that's why I made before the reference to the Clone Wars movie. If this actually becomes something like the Clone Wars did, which then we got Clone Wars, then we got Rebels, so we got a lot of good stuff from all that.
It's funny when you said popcorn bucket. I was thinking you were going to show us the the Deadpool Wolverine buckets.
Where does the popcorn go in this Optimus?
I'm guessing. Yeah, I'm guessing that the head probably folds and there's a cavity in there that you can put a minuscule amount of popcorn in.
You like our darkest hour or some stupid punny thing with popcorn.
Yeah, you're just giving AMC $50 to get like a sample Pulp Art Prime.
I don't know whose idea to start the whole collectible popcorn bucket thing was, but I hate to say, I've never bought one, but people are buying them. They go on eBay. So you know what? Congrats for the movie.
Probably McDonald's.
No, it was Marvel. It was prior to COVID. I remember getting a popcorn bucket for Endgame, and they were doing that thing where, remember when movie premieres were still kind of big, and you could buy a ticket and get your popcorn bucket and a coin.
I thought the first collectible bucket that came to me was the Dungeons and Dragons D21.
And there's Disney parks have had collectible popcorn buckets for years and years.
Yeah, that's where I was going to go back, like McDonald's having those collectible cups and whatnot. Right. Everybody had those plates with the McDonald Land people on it.
The Flintstones.
But specifically the movie theaters, the D20 is one that came to mind. There's the Optimus Prime helmet. That Ghostbusters trap one was kind of cool.
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember that. I'm about to look that up.
Oh, the Ghost
Trap?
Trap?
That one came out the last Ghostbusters one. But I ain't paying $50
like a George when you were in line to go see it.
All right. Well, moving it along, we get a look at hey, McLeod, good to see you. If you happen to miss some figures, Hasbro is, I like this trend. Not going to spend too much time on it, but they are combating the secondary market. So if you missed the Shattered Glass Prime and Ratchet pack, or Siege Jetfire, you get a second chance to buy them at regular
Third
retail.
chance.
Oh, third chance. Okay.
Third
so
chance for Jetfire. Yeah, this is third reissue.
And he's $10 more than his original price.
That's better than eBay.
Yeah.
These guys
And
are-
it's. I think it's probably. I'm sure it's debatable, but I think he's pretty universally lauded as one of the best modern Transformer figures that we've received in
I can
any of the
concur.
modern lines.
I would agree with that.
Yeah. If you missed out on him, Jetfire particularly, don't sleep on
He
him.
worth it. He worth it.
Actually, that's more Skyfire than Jetfire. That's the thing.
True,
Yeah.
but that guy, the white jet,
I recommend that guy. That is a great guy to have.
Guy Fire.
Guy Fire. And
all
next,
over that Optimus, but I don't want to buy that Ratchet too, so I'm gonna have to wait, go to the wayside.
so tomorrow in China, there is going to be there's going to be a reveal. There's going to be a live stream via the official T-Mall, which I'm assuming is not associated with T-Man, but Takara. And they are going to be revealing MPM 15, which everybody assumes to be Brawl, unless they just cheap out and say, hey, we gave Optimus Prime new abs. He's Dark of the Moon Optimus Prime. Buy him. But no, we've seen the Brawl prototype floating around. So be ready for that reveal. And then also on the 25th, there's going to be a reveal.
Twins.
What's that?
It'll be the Ice Cream Truck Twins.
Oh god, that'd be the only way I'd want Skids and Mudflap. But there's going to be a fan stream on the 25th through Hasbro Pulse, and they're going to be revealing the Roboson Megatron. They confirmed earlier that he is going to be a tank. So, for anybody curious,
It looks like he has Apollyon's face.
yeah, I don't have any plans on getting this guy because they're just way too expensive. But if they did him in the G2 deco, I think a lot of people would be really tempted.
Maybe that's down the line for $400 more.
That's a very potential repaint possibility.
Yeah.
But yeah, if I were going to spend money on any of these, I would have picked up that Grimlock. That Grimlock was just jaw dropping.
Yeah.
But I mean, they're good
Yeah.
if you want to spend the money on it.
I've got the Prime. I'm happy. I never got the trailer. I
didn't understand why Grimlock was twice the price.
well,
Because it's twice as impressive, really.
Yeah.
I mean, the way he has to balance and it's just chef's kiss. Just
well, the Grimlock was a first of its kind for consumer animatronics because he has servos that allow him to walk in both modes. Because what's the arms in robot mode become the legs for Dino mode, and what's the legs in robot mode are the tail. So as Matt said,
Definitely, they got him to look like better than some masterpiece attempts and whatnot.
Yep.
yeah,
Right. That doesn't hurt either. That it's an excellent looking Grimlock, and that it can. I know some of the other Robosons had trouble with this, but I believe it can pose and stay in both modes. What was it? The Roboson movie Prime fell over.
both of them did.
Both of them did.
Yeah,
He took a nap when you turned it off.
Yeah.
They sold that stand. I've been waiting on that stand to go on sale. But yeah, the one that keeps it charged and allows you to display.
Weird rock.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. And yes, I'm pretty sure it will be voiced by Frank Welker, considering they got Dan Gilvezan and Greg Berger from Starters. So
But the problem is he's going to be sounding just like Freddy from Scooby-Doo.
With a
You say
smoker.
problem. I say sounds good to me.
in the land of third party, we had a lot of legend stuff to talk about. Now, I know Ginrai got an official masterpiece reveal last week. But now we get DX9's Legends. So we have our resident Legends expert on the panel. Matt, how are you feeling about this guy?
So as far as DX9's resurgence goes, I picked up their double dealer. I'm skipping their Chrome Dome, and I'm probably going to pick this guy up. So I am feeling good about him. I will say that. So for anybody that doesn't know, it's DX9 branded and designed figures being produced by Magic Square. So in conjunction with, I will tell you that owning the double dealer, the feel of the material is the same, but the quality of the transformation cleverness is not quite up to par. So you can tell a difference. It's a good figure. I'm glad I have double dealer, but it's not as polished as a regular Magic Square release, in my opinion. So hopefully this one, this skin ride doesn't feel the same. It doesn't come off the same.
Princeton wants to know: is Matt still saying he's quitting collecting Legends figures?
Oh yeah, this will be his last figure.
Well, yeah, I think I may have said that long ago, but I think Legends will end up being probably the last thing I continue with. Like, if everything else falls to the wayside, I'll probably keep getting Legends figures.
Well, what about the non-transforming stuff, like the do those count?
I like the Yellow Park, the deluxe ones. I have the Megatron. I might pick up the Prime. The MDLX figures, I'm happy continuing to buy those, but I'm being choosy. Like that, the Starscream, the price is not worth it to me. But the Sideswipe looks fantastic. The Sideswipe, I'm very excited about.
We got one more quick hit for third party.
T, is that the New Age Prime that comes with the Arc?
Arc.
Yeah, the Arc playset.
It doesn't come with an Arc. It comes with just him.
It's New Age?
Yeah.
Interesting. No, I think that's the Prime that comes with the Arc build, the Lego set.
Not in the box I had. It just came with some extra hands and a new head.
Show me
And
the
a
box.
second head.
Oh no! Someone in the chat, keep me honest. I that's where I think that came from.
Who this?
This is Make Toys' new Colorverse figure. This is, I believe, limited to 300 pieces, which I think is probably a little bit too high given the interest on these. But this is an exclusive at TF Source.
I like that one.
You know, yeah, I think of all the ones, like doing an Acid Storm works. This packaging though is pretty interesting. This is what really caught my eye. Did you guys see how he's coming packaged in this like display thing, this display cube?
They had trouble with that during the last shipment of, what was it, John or whatever the fuck, George or
Ringo, maybe.
What's this one called?
Yeah.
Gangrene. This is Gangrene.
No, I was about to say Terry.
Yeah, they had shipping problems with those things in those boxes, just falling right out of its mountings.
Nice.
But
I want everyone to get the zero luck.
And then to add insult to injury, you can't just go buy it. You have to be you have to pay extra money to be their VIP membership at TF Source.
That's just so dumb.
Yeah, I think they're trying to make it sound special and limited and awesome, and it's none of those things.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny too because down here they actually have the G2 Jazz here. And I guess they have one in stock, but it's just really funny because they're selling him for $249. This was limited to 120 pieces,
right?
And you know that was a TFCon Toronto exclusive of all things, and he sold out. He's still pretty sought after, but you know here they have their G2 Ramjet, which I actually still do kind of want this because G2 Ramjet's one of my favorite recolors. And yet here he is on clearance, and I'm just kind of like, you know what? I'll wait until they're doing that fire sale, and they're like, hey, he's $50.
I was hoping to get Takara Coneheads. But Lord knows if that's going to be part of MPG.
I think that there's a lot of there's too much paranoia going on with MPG. Like Matt, you were the one that identified that it stands for three things: great, Gatai, and giant. And I don't know. I just think that they're unifying their line. They're trying to do a refresh, and I'm not worried about MPG. I think it's still going to be Masterpiece. I think they'll probably try and slip stuff in like the Lunar Lander Prime and a lot of the other things that over the years have been coming in Masterpiece style black boxes.
But you kind of made me think of something here, and with the Coneheads too. That like it's shocking. Like how many recolors do we have of the Trailbreaker mold or reuses of the mold or the Grapple, right? Like they're not afraid to recolor and do a little bit of light retooling, but yet we only have the version 3 of the 3 main Seekers. Like they could literally put different colors on them and print them out, and people will buy them more so than these make toys, because the make toys, for one thing, how old is that mold? That mold is what, going on a decade old now almost?
No, it came out in 2017.
No, I need to hyperbolize and make it sound worse than it is. It's a 25-year-old mold that they're still using.
It's older than the Seekers.
You tried buying a set of the original 3 of those make toy molds and overpaying on them.
Right. Who would do that? But you would think, I mean, at the very least, give us the Rainmakers, give us Sunstorm, give us the Coneheads. Like, why did they just hard stop on the version 3s?
I have no idea.
You should. Damn it.
Oh, because they wanted Genrai to be 100.
Okay.
That repaint, that yellow guy that Zero sold earlier.
Yep, rigorous.
I was shocked they don't have a black version of that and just make it Trailbreaker the toy version.
Right.
Yeah, and they still haven't done the black repaint of Ironhide.
Right.
There's a lot that it just kind of makes you wonder, like, why they don't
get more use out of their mold.
Especially since they...
Ironhide? What is this? Blazing Saddles?
Well, no, there was the black Ironhide from what was his official name? Somebody in the chat will know. But
I've seen it in Rust the other day. I can't remember.
But I don't know. I think MP9. Yeah, I think Genrai looks good. I'm not worried about the scale.
Oh, yeah.
I think that a lot of people are overblowing it. They're looking at it. They're getting paranoid and saying the sky's falling, and it's not.
It is though.
Yeah.
It definitely is.
The other thing too is, like, if you don't like what they're putting out, you don't have to buy it. I see so many people in this online circle jerk about the trains, and I asked the guy earlier. I was like, "Well, do you own either?" And he's like, "No, but I hate the MPGs." And I'm like, "Okay, well,
Right, I didn't buy them, and it didn't hurt me at all. And I don't go on rants.
I'm not going to run and slap it out of somebody's hand because they're
right.
No, you can't enjoy that.
Yeah, and that's my thing. I understand why people don't like them, and it's fine. But the train bots in bot mode are in scale. They're the correct scale.
I was going to say let's re-rail because I brought up the master official topic.
Fair.
All right. Well, let's head on over and look at some of these Marvel Legends.
Marvel Legends. This makes up this. They brought their A game for this. That's all I can say.
Yeah. So 85 years, and we get Superior Spider-Man, a Ghost Rider with the bike. We get Iron Fist. We get Miss Marvel. Thank you. I don't know why. I mean,
actually, I think that one's they're calling Warbird specifically, because that was her name in the early 2000s or 98 2000s Kurt Busiek run.
Yeah, but that's exactly how she looked on the cover, the Miss Marvel cover of the graphic novel I've got.
Just saying, but I think that one they might be calling Warbird.
Such assholes. Go on.
Not my Miss Marvel. He's gonna be named Miss Marvel when I get it.
I call
think-
it Carol.
Yeah, I think they
And
are.
Rogue is gonna drain our powers.
Yeah, they are calling her Warbird for this.
Thank you.
But we're also getting Scar and Luke Cage.
Well, Luke.
Astonishing Wolverine.
God dang, that Ghost Rider looks good. I was skeptical at first, but now I'm loving it.
That bike is literally shitting fire. It's amazing.
And they're reusing the retro card back Ghost Rider, it appears. No, it's not.
Oh, just the head. Maybe the head.
Okay.
That's it. The body, though, is all new.
I wish they would do an all new chain piece though, because it looks good in the photography there, but that thing sags. Like I wish they would just use a little bit more rigid plastic, or use a bendy wire. Like it would be so cool if they brought in bendy wire.
Bendy wire, or give you.
Yeah,
but I mean, look at
Here's
the
the
bike.
accurate
Look
shot.
at
yeah.
But the fact it's got the distress on there and stuff. Oh, I'm definitely gonna hit that with some dry brushing. But that sculpt looks gorgeous.
Yeah, good decal work on here. I guess tampo work really on the dials and everything.
The important part is they got the sticker on the gas cap.
Yeah,
It do look good.
And that's a 2-pack. I am so
Yeah, and I'm loving that they're using the Spider-Man body on more figures now. It's like we've complained about it, and now they're finally making newer figures. And that Luke Cage even has more articulation than normal.
That Luke Cage looks
I think-
awesome.
mm-hmm.
I mean, that's got it's got the butterfly joints
Butterfly
Yeah.
and new pants.
and pinless.
A big ass hand. Look at that.
I also like the fact they even picked out his belt buckle in silver.
That's using the hyper
Black Widow
body. I'm I'm thrilled.
I just wish they add an ankle rotation to that, and I would be super happy.
Yeah, the reason she's Warbird is because she's got the blast. The original Miss Marvel did not have the blast, if I recall. And they're using that Psylocke sash still. Scar is the only one I'm a little iffy on. I really enjoyed their modern Hulk bodies, but I mean, this looks like the book of it should have been a Build-A-Figure type of thing. But I do like that he's able to pull the knife out like that.
It's less than $40.
That's true, which they've been doing. Other figures, they've jacked it up. That's the other thing. The pricing on all these figures is actually very fair.
Yeah. I see they're using the new boxes for these too, the smaller ones.
Yeah.
Oh.
I can't wait to get some of those
Zoom in
and
on
then
his
put them in the trash.
Zoom in on his face.
Yeah, they chromed it, didn't they?
No, they printed it. They printed a reflection as if he's staring at New York City.
Really?
They put two different heads in there just
Yeah,
in case
two
you don't
heads.
want that.
But that is
Okay.
like, there
I
is.
pre-ordered this. I think it looked awesome.
You got it? Well, $29.99.
I got it on Big Bad because I wasn't fighting that. The
Yeah,
Amazon.
if you were
one had
lucky
that-
on Amazon, it was $24.99, and some people were lucky. I wasn't lucky.
Mm-mm.
And Wolverine. I mean, I did get the Astonishing Cyclops, and yeah, this looks absolutely.
I
The
ordered him too.
X-97 is the best Jim Lee Wolverine made right now, but this is looking like a fantastic Wolverine in general. It is.
I just like the accessories it comes with. You get the unmasked head and the sheathed claws, and vice versa.
And the extra articulation. I wonder if he has drop down hips like Spider-Man.
Doesn't look like it. Because it looks like in all these pictures they're staying
But this
stationary.
I have not been excited for Marvel Legends Wave in quite some time. Yeah, look, does he have a ball socket for his torso? Yes, he does.
Yes, he has the inverted ab crunch.
Oh
Like
god.
Spider-Man.
Okay, you see, this is. I'm happy. This is happy action figure geek, happy man child right here.
Yeah, this
The only thing they didn't give him is the toes like Spider-Man.
Yeah.
This might
That's
be a Marvel Legends pre-order that I keep. Both of them. I really like both of them.
That's the thing. I think Spider-Man's the only character they're actually giving the toe tip articulation to.
Iron Fist got it by default. Because he's my body.
I didn't see it on his photography.
Yeah, he has it.
Okay.
Do we have the pictures of the boxes or accessories? Because I can't. I believe Spider-Man comes with thwips and wall crawlers, right?
Go to the picture where his leg is up.
Let's see what we got right here. Yeah, I didn't see it.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh, I see it now. It's just okay. So it's the yellow plastic with the skin tone painted on. I see it right there.
It's the booties.
So yeah, I guess he's the very first one to get those. Let me see if I can get those inbox pictures because I thought I was surprised when I saw these in box. I was like, oh, okay. Well,
First Iron Fist I broke up. His arms could replace, and the peg broke off.
Is the Iron Fist a Target exclusive? Is that 2-pack a Target exclusive?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't see it in the pre-order there for it being an exclusive. But let's double check here.
Because they're not a Big Bad Toy Store.
Oh, they're all being released in increments, like certain days for the whole month.
Yeah, because the right now it's only Wolverine and Superior Spider-Man can be pre-ordered, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we'll head over to BBTS just so you can see the.
Oh, I'm on BBTS right now because I'm pre-ordering them as we speak.
Oh. So, cut to the end. There's that new packaging. I like this packaging. It reminds me of Figuarts a lot.
But this is perfect. This for me. I don't need webs. You know, this is perfect Spider-Man accessories. Thwip, wall crawl, fists, and an unmasked head would have been nice, but at least we get options. So, and I am curious why the 2 backpacks.
So one has Waldos you can plug
Retracted.
in. Yeah.
Retracted Waldos.
Okay, so one you peg the Waldos on as they're expanded, and the other one is like they're retracted back.
We don't have to thunk, pull them off.
Okay.
Yeah, like Captain America.
Yeah, so he doesn't actually store them in his ass. Okay.
That we know of.
Okay.
I mean, there was a time when Peter was young and needed the money.
What if he web shot out of there?
There's been a lot of cartoons about that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like the new boxes.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they stand out. They look like Figuarts. I think the other thing too that'll benefit them, other than the fact you can fit more in a case, is that you can also probably fit more on a shelf. And the toy aisle has been shrinking, so I'm sure this will be friendly for retailers trying to.
And also for those of people who are just mint and box collectors.
Well, not only that, but I think there's a psychological thing too to having a smaller box. That if that is a smaller handheld box, I'll bet people are more likely to grab a few at a time than the bigger ones. You know, if it's an actual bigger, regular size Marvel Legends box, you know your holdings like it. You know, it's a different feeling than just grabbing a few little boxes off the shelf.
You could probably hold 3 in your hand without them being awkward and they fall.
Exactly.
Or you could just be the adult grabbing a kid from the toy aisle. You don't have to just kind of like palm it there, go to the self checkout, and be like, okay, yeah, I'm a functioning adult.
I gotta send you some Plastic Addict toy hunt video. We pretty much almost knocked kids.
Jordan, can you click on the accessory picture?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the pointing hand.
Yeah, that's cool too. See, even here, you get the unmasked head. I don't need a hood, the hood pulled back accessory piece. Like that's my imagination can fill in that blank. I don't need it. But the pointing is cool. This is a good set. These are good sets of accessories.
He's like the modern MCU. When he doesn't want the mask, it disappears.
Right. Everything's nanobots.
And isn't that what you've always wanted, T-Man? 2 heads, full sets of hands. There you go.
Yes, this.
They listen to you.
And better articulation. That's what I've been begging for. And it's only $5 more.
The only thing this is missing that I think every Wolverine should have is the Berserker screaming face.
No, yeah.
He's got the grimace.
Nah, but you got to have the yell. That's like every Joker figure needs to have a laughing face. If you get a Joker figure that doesn't have a laughing face or a laughing head swap, move on.
At least you got the pointing hand so you can put it on Scott's chest.
Why'd you chase
What else
off
we
the
got?
other one? I could have had that. I could have taken
Good to see
Madeline
you,
off
huh?
her hands.
Well, next up, we do have some
Kind of luck.
Target exclusives, and I don't know, like these are for The Mandalorian season 3, though also kind of episode 1 fans. But so they're doing a droid pack, and then they're also doing a Mandalorian privateer, which if you're army building your Mandalorians,
Cool.
comes in handy.
Well, they have the new box too. It looks like.
Yeah, it's interesting because that edge is gone.
I don't need the edge. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't either. I always thought those boxes were clumsy.
I know why they did it. It was so they could fit them in side by side, but I do agree that it'd be easier to just make it flat.
That and so you could see them on the shelf behind each other.
Yeah, this mold's been kind of done. But hey, if you're still building your
Mandos
Mandalorians,
and clones. That's what they've been pushing out. Mandos and clones.
How many do you have, Matt?
I didn't go crazy on any of them. I have maybe 2 or 3 different variations on clones, and I have 2 Mandalorian, 2 Din Djarin's, and a couple of the secondary characters like the Armorer and the Paz Vizsla, but I don't have a whole lot.
This is a good droid pack.
yeah,
I'll say that.
That's it's $40.
If that droid pack's 40
Well, I
bucks,
need that. I need it already. That's
Yeah.
all I need to see.
if
Yeah,
this,
I think they fold up. They do fold
Yeah.
up.
as I say,
I need those.
I've loved the Pitroids. They were one of the things I really liked in episode 1. So
And
them and BD throw in a box somewhere.
So R5 is the new droid body that they've been using, which is excellent. So if anybody hasn't seen them, the head actually extends up, and you store all of the accessories on the neck, and then push the head back down in, and it all fits smoothly. Now this pack has something I've never seen with another droid release though so far with the new build, and that's the booster rockets. So that I believe is unique to this pack.
didn't Chopper have?
R2 had booster rockets.
The new R2 that just came out does not have booster rocket. I know because I own it, so it doesn't have booster rockets. But you're right. Chopper may have had, but Chopper had the big explosion at the bottom.
Right.
His ass was actually on fire. These are coming out of the leg. I don't think we've seen these before.
Yeah.
And it also comes with a bad motivator.
I can identify.
It's a shiny Optimus. The regular is not shiny, I don't think.
Oh, T, we've confirmed that Prime you showed is from the Arc playset pack.
Oh, so 2 different versions? I mean,
That the blue clear one you showed earlier is from, yes, that is from the $300 Arc playset pack.
but this is just a single release version of it.
No, they never did that. So wherever you got that from, somebody kept the Legos and sent you that. Where'd you get it from?
Gee, Tony, I don't think it was open at all. I think I broke the thing.
No, that comes packaged in the bigger box with the pieces.
Oh.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
No, all good. So NECA's Haulathon kicked off this past Friday, and it goes all the way to May 10th. This is the first week. There's a lot of Turtles stuff in here. Kicking it off from the cartoon stuff, they're kind of starting to scrape the bottom of the barrel of the cartoon. You get the Punk Disguise Turtles, which I think they may have been like a 1 episode.
People love them.
Yeah.
It's, you know what? And that's a perfect exclusive.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need it, but if you want it, it's there.
I'd buy them if I was rich.
If you're complete. So that's the best exclusive, the kind you don't need
What's
to
that
keep.
robot thing?
It looks like a little toy robot.
Well, it probably doesn't look much.
Yeah.
I think they look good. We'll see a bunch of pictures of them.
Well, I've seen them already at Target because I feel like I've seen them already.
Yeah,
Mhm.
They're
outlet
out.
has some of these. The foot soldiers. So they have some new Mirage comic stuff and some new Last Ronin stuff. You get the classic colors foot soldier here. He comes with all sorts of options if you're troop building those guys.
My biggest problem in the number, and I'm very thankful. In some ways, I'm upset and thankful that this error is not error, but this flaw is with that design. Because if they didn't have this flaw, I'd be owning every damn one of these. Is they don't have any kind of ab crunch at all.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, they're just
So
using
that
those.
means I don't have to buy. With no ab crunch, I can't give good poke. I mean,
You know, NECA 9 times out of 10 is going to go with aesthetics over articulation.
right, but some of their figures still at least have some kind of crunch, but this doesn't. So, and it's a
So,
ninja.
For $35 too, you get a lot
Damn.
of stuff in the set.
Yeah, that's a lot.
of shit. That's
Yeah,
more
that's
than
totally
Hasbro
worth it.
Deluxes.
Then there's the Elite Foot Ninja.
You can tell because he's got a little hat.
I
And
don't know why the turtle stuff is so cheap, but the other stuff might be more expensive, like Alien.
Dude, I would buy all the friggin' aliens, but I can't bring myself to pay $40 for one xenomorph.
Their aliens are usually 35.
Either 38 in Target, but I just like I owned some of them, but I would own so many more if they were just $10 cheaper. Actually, if they were free, I'd own a lot of them. So make them free.
I think fortunately they've slowed down on the aliens.
They have. They released the snake alien. I was hoping they would get to the gorilla and grasshopper or praying mantis aliens, but
the gorilla's been out.
Yeah,
I never saw the gorilla.
This guy that you're showing right now, he looks cool.
Yeah, this is the Foot Enforcer, and again, he's also $35.
You look at the art. The art has them hunched over. They just can't hunch.
But they can stand proudly in Shredder's ranks.
They can sit, yeah, but I want them to hunch.
They hunch in No Man.
I feel like there's more than Shakes. When I was at Target, they also had the Predator from Prey, and then they also had Baxter and Kirby.
Yeah. Well, they did have the box is really good for the
red version.
Yeah,
it's got that slip case on it,
and he's semi transparent, so he's cloaked but covered in bear's blood, basically.
That's cool.
And that is, I have a review for the Prey Predator the Feral Predator on my channel. It's a neat mold. They did some neat things with magnets with that, which I hope they adopt.
I owned it for 2 days and then returned it because I didn't want to spend the money.
And yes, the Titan, the Holothon is just NECA stuff. I think there's some Funko stuff in there, maybe, but typically I think the Holothon stuff centers around NECA.
NECA partnering with Target's one of the best things that ever happened to both companies. And the NECA reps do a very good job of trying to keep things stocked. So I have to applaud that.
And they cut out the secondary market in a lot of cases. You see reissues. I see Turtle stuff get reissued all the time.
So,
right. I guess we can end on this one. This is the Mezco 1/12 Collective Spider-Verse Miles Morales Spider-Man. This looks pretty good. I mean, I'm not sold on the face sculpt for
I was going to say, I've got one problem with this figure, and that's the head looks like it was ripped off a doll.
Yeah. But masked, he looks like he just kind of whipped right out of the movie.
That looks better.
Yeah.
Does it?
That first picture was terrible.
I think this looks like it's hand painted, and that's part of the problem.
Maybe. All
I
I know
know
is I've got that Popeye on pre-order, and I am excited about it for some fucking reason.
It's weird. I was happy when I first heard that Mezco was doing this. I was like intrigued, but the fact that it's not the full gear with the hoodie and shorts. I think that's where Mezco would shine with this design.
Yeah, that's
This
true.
is,
You
this
would
is
think
the
it would
Across the
come with
Spider
that.
Verse. He didn't have the hoodies design on this movie.
Yeah. Still, like,
I don't know.
you're right.
I
The
would
other
go
heads,
Mayfix
if you
or
just go
something.
in the half unmasked or full masked, it looks good. It's a good looking figure. I would worry the last two Mezcos that I've messed with has very loose joints, so that looks like this would be another candidate for that kind of thing.
That Destro pisses me off. That I have that one loose leg on him.
Dude, mine went back. I returned it. I'm like, you ain't keeping my money.
I bought mine at a comic.
This is
We'll
what I'm
wait
talking about.
for Mezco or get the SA3 webs on that.
Yeah. They actually have bendy wires in the webs,
That's cool.
which
You know, though,
$90 bendy wire.
that's what I was gonna say. Like, you could get a spool of bendy wire and hot glue gun and make those yourself.
actually he's 85, so it's actually not too bad for what it is.
Yeah, he's not too terrible, but I'm going to skip it.
Yeah.
What's that, a
I'm not
DVD case?
No, it's a comic book. I don't know why these pictures on BBTS are so low res. Just going back here to the Toy Arc posting, it's much sharper. But yeah, no, it's cool accessories. I don't think that the Spider Sense effects part looks all that great. That one definitely looks handcrafted, right there.
Oh, I thought it was a plate of spaghetti.
Oh.
It looks like a plate of creatively arranged gummy worms. Yeah.
Gummy bears,
Worms.
gummy worms,
Much better.
bouncing here and there and make you concerned.
So I guess anybody in for that one?
Nope. It looks
Well,
good though. If somebody bought it, I wouldn't make fun of them.
That's the litmus test. That's what we're measuring up against. The level of ridicule for purchasing this item.
All right.
Because
With
he is the
that,
type of guy that will slap a figure that you don't want, that he doesn't like out of your. I'm buying this I'm buying this Apex Legend figure. No.
Oh no!
Those
Oh
are
yeah! If,
your worst
did I
buys.
send out that public service announcement out last week? I think. Or
You did.
if you see them in Ross for $3, do not buy the Apex Legend figure.
Don't they have clear joints too, like those Game of Thrones figures?
They don't, but two of them, one I bought, it can't even move. It says 22 points of articulation, which is technically true because it's there, but they can't move. Well,
I don't know.
what do you got going on? Anybody?
Well,
You
yeah.
doing a video? Trustarscreamer?
Oh, I got things, like I said, I've definitely, if you haven't hit my channel, I got the Rage Toys, Not Donatello, the Not Springer videos, the Not Splinter videos up, and then I said probably my last two McFarlane figures I'm ever going to buy. And those reviews are up. And then I've got, probably, as you can see here, actually going to be doing a Marvel Legends review before actually going back to Joe reviews. So it's going to be some fun. Some good stuff coming up.
When's your next video, Matt? We have to pay for it.
OnlyFans channel, remember?
Yeah, I can start posting like preview videos or like demo reels.
Short.
Yeah, shorts. I mean, not that short. A good length. I don't think it's short. If you ask.
Zero. When is your next one?
Well, I don't have anything coming back up, but I'm getting back into drawing, and I'm planning on learning some animation over the summer. So I'm learning how to actually really animate, like I back in the early 2000s, I actually did some Flash animation. I never got very far with it, but I always wanted to put something up on Newgrounds. Now I actually have the means to do it and do it through my tablet. So I might play around with some animations in the next coming months. We'll see. Yeah. But T, do you have anything you want to promote?
Watch my video I just put up today. I got this guy and I compared him to this guy. I don't think anybody did that.
I don't think so either. I was kind of curious because I'm also trying to dig my G1 reissue Prime out because I'm curious how they look next to one another.
I don't know. I've seen it a billion times looking for other toys, but then when I need it, I don't know where it is.
I thought I found it, but I just found that Jada one that doesn't transform at all.
No, I just found a RED Megatron and Rush today randomly.
The
put it back.
Yes, I did. It was too much.
G1 or Prime?
G1.
This is all you need. Forget red.
It's good.
All you need.
Someone in the chat earlier said that the Optimus Prime is not as good.
If they don't like it, they can send it there. I want it.
All right. With that, I guess we can go ahead and wrap things up for tonight's show. If you haven't already, smash that like button because it helps us out in the algorithm. And make sure you're subscribed, ring that notification bell, and give us a follow on our socials, as well as check the link in the description below for our Teespring store. With that, I hope everybody has a great weekend, and we'll see you all next Thursday. Same time, same channel. Peace out.
Until next time, take care.
Bye.